baby. We live in Brooklyn, baby.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Sanity Check. Skill and Sauce. That's Ken, and that's 8 over there. So I think this has been a pretty much standard type of show that we do here today. We covered
a little zombie effect.
Zombie beat, bath salts, police beating people, the Blackwater mercenary / Homeland Security bullet acquisition. Yeah, we're having a pretty good show. Having a pretty good show. And this one, this was something that, actually, I think there's going to be a good debate between the three of us. This is about the NFL and homosexuals being feeling it comfortable to come out while still playing. And the title of the article, I forgot what I was looking at. I was looking at ESPN or something like that, and it came up and it said, some believe atmosphere is safe for gay NFL player to come out. And former NFL player Scott Fujita has been, that was the Vikings, right?
Yeah.
Actually,
Fujita. That's
Fujita, and he actually got a commercial. I saw one commercial of him playing like a little ukulele or some shit like that. But Scott Fujita has seen enough. He's tired of the bigotry. He wants to end. He wants it to end. He's not alone. Players like Fujita, along with a coalition of current and former NFL players and NFL team owners, a music mogul, and others, are working diligently to create a safe atmosphere for the day history will happen when an openly gay man will be a member of an NFL club. People like Fujita, brave people, are attempting to make the issue a non-issue for when that day comes. Now, first of all, Fujita's not all that brave because he didn't do it while he was playing.
I'm not that brave. But did you read this article before? Yeah?
No, I was just listening to what they were saying.
Oh. What does a safe atmosphere mean?
Well, see, I don't know what that means because the Cat defensive back Chris Culliver. When he said right before the Super Bowl, like, nah, that ain't happening here. We ain't having it here. When they say safe, there is no way to make that. If you say safe from, look, ain't nobody going to beat you.
Yeah, beat you to death.
Because you're a player, and, obviously, if you get into a fight with a teammate and injure him or injure yourself, you're off the fucking team and you're not playing in the league anymore. So, I mean, clearly the person's not going to have to worry about any kind of physical, but the mental. First of all, in this society, we can obviously hide behind our screen names and avatars and things like that. So with Twitter, Tumblr, and everything else, they can really make this person's life a living hell. Then you realize the type of razzing and uncomfortable situations because now, the NFL being, in my opinion, I've never played in the NFL, but I mean, it just seems to be a very much alpha male, macho man kind of environment, where blood and guts, I'll play with my arm hanging off and all this other kind of stuff. And to have somebody that's openly gay come in there, I think there's going to be a lot of guys that's too, that's too macho for reality and will feel threatened in some stupid, ridiculous way. And I've actually heard from, because I play handball, and some guys are like, oh man, they're saying, gay, a whole bunch of gay bashing rhetoric. And I always thought, well, first of all, we all here playing handball, right? If this dude is sweet or whatever, it's not like you are. And if somebody were to drive by and see 4 people playing handball and one of the person is gay, and they just assumed all 4 people were gay, what difference does that fucking make? If you know that you're not gay, who gives a shit? So I can't understand that.
Oh, this is your rationale.
Well, see, but that's not the rationale of
the common idiot.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why I said this whole safe environment, because most people, these guys aren't going to think that way. They're going to be like, no, you ain't going to hang out with me, man. They're going to think we going to a gay bar or some shit like that, and they're going to. They cannot do it unless it's.
I honestly think as much. I don't know where he would have this gay individual have more trouble with his team or with like you said, the fan base, because let me tell you something, people. This country is still primitive, ignorant, and racist,
biased,
and
everything.
As I said a few months ago on the show about Ray Lewis, I was watching on YouTube a video about Ray Lewis. This is before they won a Super Bowl. This is before I think he didn't even announce his retirement at this point. They were just talking about him. Maybe he had just announced that he was going to retire. And it was like a compilation video about his career, And his coach, former coach Brian Billick, was talking about how when he would come out of the tunnels, he said he was embarrassed. I'm sure as a citizen, as a white man, of all the horrid racial things that were shouted at Ray Lewis when he came out of the tunnel. You know,
in his own building or in Baltimore?
no, I'm pretty sure around on other stadiums in the league.
Well, we still live in a society where they throw bananas at the black players.
Yeah. So for anyone to believe that this cat, whoever he is, if he decides to come out, again, is not going to have as much trouble, maybe even more, when he goes through, the tunnels or comes out. He's sitting on the sidelines. He's getting a drink of water. All types of fucking, faggot, pickle smuggler, bone eater, all types of horrible shit. You think he's not going to hear all that crap? You're sadly mistaken.
Yeah, so I said, I don't know how, when they say it's safe, I don't know what that means. Because clearly the dude's going to be a professional athlete. So ain't nobody going to rush him.
Right.
Physically, you got to be full of muscles and all kind of crap like that in order to be in the NFL, unless you're an offensive lineman or something like that. Even they got to, be, no, there's not a little old man. So, there probably is no instance where they have to worry about physical repercussions, but psychologically, because, the whole thing with, the Manti Te'o situation, and they said, I was looking at First Take, and they were like, he did his pro day. He dropped his 40 time. They were like, so he's probably going to go like 19th or between 19th and 23rd. All right, as far as in the
first round.
Yeah, in the first round.
How do you get a first round when you run in a 4.7?
Because at that middle linebacker position, his ability to handle zones is very good. And they said you basically only got to get to the middle to the numbers. So it's basically like a 26-yard run. So it's actually not that bad for a middle linebacker. But be that as it may, they said it's probably going to take him 2 years because the first year, they said he's going to start, but they said the first year mentally just to deal with the kind of razzing and stuff he's going to get. Because they said they know he's going to get it. The dudes in the locker room going to be making jokes and
Not because he had a fake girlfriend, because he was stupid enough to believe that he had a fake girlfriend.
No, because the guy the fake girlfriend was a gay man. So they're like, thinking that you must be complicit in some way. You must be complicit in some way. So they said they're going to give it. They say that they felt that was the one thing that was holding him back more than the bad 40 time was the fact that can you lead these other men? Are these other men going to listen to you if they think that you're gay? So
I really think that it depends on the player.
Well, no, that's what we said. If it's like Peyton Manning or somebody like that, or a big, high-profile, money-earning superstar, maybe he can come out.
But no. Not only do I think if it's a big-time player, not only do I think he could come out, but I think it will almost make him larger than life. Let me tell you something. Even though football is a very masculine sport, I think our society in general has become like overly comfortable with the
public, bro. Let me tell you something.
I'm telling you, I really believe. I look at it like this. In the entertainment world, the most macho genre has been hip hop. If we have rap artists coming out wearing female earrings and jeans and kissing people on the lips, and Frank Ocean coming out,
Frank Ocean came out saying he's gay, and Lil Wayne doing mad gayness.
But there's no real repercussion. I think we're kind of stuck in our ways as far as overplaying it. I think a lot of people will be accepting of it.
No, that's
I still think it's regional, man. It's regional.
Because what you're saying is
definitely.
Like New York can handle it. It's simply because, like you said, as far as in those entertainers, when Frank Ocean came out 20 years ago, it would have been like, it ain't nobody listening to you. That's it. But now it's like, whatever.
Let's say if it was in Green Bay, but it just so happened to be, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Oh, nigga, everybody's coming out wearing rainbow, goddamn Green Bay jerseys. They don't care. They're not going to care as long as this person is helping their team win.
That's right. But again, the Packers may not care. Will Kansas City Chiefs fans be embraced for this?
Will
the Houston Texans fans be embraced for it?
They're not supposed to.
Yeah.
When you go on the road, you're supposed to
and they're going to
anyway.
Yeah, and
they're going to attack that.
They're going to attack.
Carmelo Anthony heard about Cheerios for like 3. I'm pretty sure still to this day.
Yeah, and I know Chris Bosh got to be hearing something because Chris Bosh is
what it is.
I told you, he's in the closet like the boogeyman.
No, he's.
I mean, yes, seriously,
Bosh is gay.
Yeah, he's in the closet like the boogeyman. I'm telling you, that dude is gay.
He has a walk-in closet.
Literally. I would not be surprised if he's dressed like Lucky Charms right now, because I'm serious. He's just but he had. But once again, you could see Chris Bosh's personality show through sometime, and apparently he's just like a jokester, a prankster, and all this other kind of stuff. But he has his trophy wife or whatever to try and hold that facade, because obviously he doesn't feel comfortable enough to come out and be like, because I bet you the story in Miami would be this dude's orientation.
Oh,
that would be that.
Listen, whoever comes out first, that is gonna be a story,
and that will be a distraction. GMs won't want that distraction.
Listen, it may be at first, but I literally think, let's say he would have came out in the beginning of the year and said he was gay. By this time, it'll be like, okay, you're gay, but are we winning? What's going on?
I would hope society would be good enough to be able to do that. But you have more faith in society than I do.
Did you guys happen to see the Baron Davis? Did I show you guys that? The Baron Davis Deron Williams exchange?
No.
I think I did show you.
No, you didn't show us that. No. You just showed us that boozer hairline thing.
Okay, but you guys know who Baron Davis is, obviously. Yeah. You know who Darren Williams, who plays for the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, the Brooklyn Nets, yeah.
They had an exchange last year where to me, and I guess I'll show you after the show, but to me, it clearly showed, because you don't play like this. A straight man, especially while you're on TV or doing whatever, you don't play these games. And they played some real, looking at you like I want you and licking lips.
What?
I'll show you after.
But see, again, now, I see that at the complete opposite way. Like, if you were trying to hide, why the fuck would you be doing that with a stadium full of people around you and a multitude of cameras around you? And in this day and age, where another 100 million people are going to see this going on.
But it wasn't necessarily, you know what it was? I don't think he recognized that the cameras were on him because he was getting ready to do the interview. The interview wasn't necessarily rolling. And, fans, they're not going to, it's so subtle.
Before or after the game?
I'm going to show you a clip now.
Oh, okay.
Because this is going to get crazy. All right.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, for me, I would hope that, what it is, and there's a lot of insecurities out there. There's a lot of insecurities out there because I guess these individuals that would be, bashing of this type of situation, like I said, I bring up the handball stuff because, handball's, it's not the #1 sport in the city, but it could be a macho sport. You're talking a lot of trash, talking all the rest of the stuff like that. It's just that we're hitting the ball with our hands instead of a basketball or whatever. And I'm serious. There's guys that's like, yo, straight up, I don't even want that dude on the court with me.
But see, this,
I'm like, what the fuck? Who gives a shit?
This is what I'm saying, and this is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm like, I think publicly people say them, but because remember, I don't know if I told you, I had I wouldn't say violent, but verbally violent. I mean, it was a hot argument with a girl, a woman, about homosexuality, about her words were, she finds it, she's just annoyed that, you see some of these safe-sex gay posters and billboards up, and she thinks that they're throwing their gayness in everyone's face. These are her words, right? And I'm like, yo, but I'm like, you sound like a bigot. I'm like, and of course the whole marriage thing is outrageous to her. Really? And I'm like, yo, these people are being persecuted, like black people, and she lost her fucking mind. She's like, oh, I hate hearing that. There's no comparison to what black people went through, and then the gay people.
Oppression is oppression. What the fuck is she talking about?
But this is what I'm trying to say. There are people. A lot of people may have crossed over. A lot of people, even our good buddy Buzz with this whole equal shit, these equal signs that I'm seeing all over Facebook now. He said 10 years ago he wasn't down with the shit, but he's like, yo, he's opened his mind. He met people. He's talked to people. He's gotten to know people. He's like, yo, now he feels that people can do whatever the fuck they want.
Oh yeah, he was kind of rough back in the days. Yeah,
but there's a lot of people who still believe they can't do what the fuck they want.
And I just never understood that because it has no bearings on you. I don't give a fuck what a person does. I mean, they can do whatever they want to do. Oh, hold on, let's see. Hold on, y'all.
Now, when you watch this, you have to look at Baron Davis first, and then Deron Williams.
Oh, okay. All right.
Watch them lick their lips, and then watch him lick his lips.
He's laughing.
Okay.
Now, I don't know.
Oh, wait a second. Let me see.
Watch Baron Davis.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I see what you're saying. I definitely see what you're saying.
Like, you walk by a skillet sauce, and I go,
I definitely see what you're saying.
You don't play that.
Yeah, I know.
That was a little bit too.
Yeah. Oh, see, yeah, I
would be down with. I would be if he didn't start laughing I would have been like, okay, yeah, there's something mad suspicious.
Yeah,
about that.
that's a little bit.
But he
That's a
starts
little,
laughing.
that's a little bit shaky.
I think
but,
that wasn't a laugh. I think that was more of a blush.
Yeah. That was a little bit shaky. That was definitely a little bit shaky. I mean, because
That was more of a blush.
Yeah.
That looked very shaky.
Yeah, it looks shaky, but I mean, like I
And
said,
I'm a Knick fan,
Chris
and Barry
Bosh
Davis
does
is
shit
on
like that all the time. When Chris
yeah, he
Bosh
does.
came into a meeting, I mean, a press conference. It's on YouTube. He sat down. He sat down like this. He put his hands there. He was like, I swear to you, I swear. He sat down and was like this.
Yeah,
And he went,
but he's definitely a cupcake.
I'm like, oh, yo, man. I mean, look.
I don't
But
know.
to each his
said
own.
for
I
years,
like for me,
yeah,
I
my
still don't
gaydar is
care.
completely broke.
No,
I don't notice these things.
No,
I
Mike,
honestly
even
don't
Mike and
notice
his
these
people,
things.
even Mike and his guys was like, definitely. They were like,
Oh, gee, them? Oh, what a big surprise.
well, no, because actually, seriously, I used to go at it, and argue with him all the time because my friend Mike, he's a homosexual, and he used to always try and say, well, this athlete or that athlete is gay, and I'm like, man, stop that. Why are you always trying to say this kind of stuff like that, whatever? And he's like I said, he called some stuff, I won't even get into that because it's a whole different discussion, but I thought he was like just completely being biased on another end, and he's been pretty much accurate with that stuff, but once again, it doesn't really matter. See, the whole argument here is the acceptance, and my view obviously is not the minority view. I feel, the majority view rather, I feel that, like you said, I don't care what you do. If you're a vegan, if you're a vegetarian, if you're an omnivore,
I worship the devil.
Literally, you could be a practitioner of deviltrology. I don't care. If you want to marry another man and you're a man, so what? I do not care. And it's almost like it's like straight apathy. I just don't care. I just don't care. That should have nothing to do with you. And like I said, when I see that and I get mad at the guys because I'm like, these dudes that play handball with us, we've all been playing ball or whatever for 20 years. So I'm like, wait a second. These dudes has never done anything wrong to anybody. They carry on or do whatever, just like we do, whatever. And you're like, that dude even get on the court with me. I'm going to bust his ass. I'm like,
well, like I said, whoever this person is, for multiple reasons, I think we all agree, we hope it's somebody big.
Yeah, at least they can withstand this.
There's three things you have to watch.
Hey, yo.
There's three things you have to watch after.
Hope it's someone big, huh?
Yeah, man. Big and veiny.
You want somebody big.
Pulsing. I want someone pulsing. There's three things you'll have to watch.
Yeah, his ass, his balls, and his dick.
After he comes out.
Comes out.
You have to watch his team. Obviously, I'm the only professional one in this motherfucker today. You have to watch the team. You have to watch this team and his teammates. You have to watch the fans and how he's being treated by the fans. But then you also have to watch, and that's why it has to be someone big and pulsing. Because you have to watch the sponsors.
Yeah,
and not for just the first couple of months. You have to watch for like about a year to see maybe 8-10 months down the line if he loses anybody. Because again, the NFL sponsors.
I don't think he would lose anybody just because the backlash. There'll be so much backlash.
Yeah. See, I don't think he would. I was about to say because if anybody pulls
because you're gay.
Yeah, but the whole thing is, what if these certain sponsors start losing fucking money? What if they?
But see, you're right because
more money the other way.
Yeah, they have to make a business decision.
Well,
because
that's what
they
I'm
have to
saying.
make a business
That's why it
decision.
has to be watched.
Because you're right because the long term is definitely more interesting because if a sponsor leaves because of that alone, the press that sponsor is going to get, and unless that sponsor can say, listen, we have been picketed by, let's say, anti-gay people or whatever the hell, and financially is hurting us because this particular guy is drawing too much attention, both positive and negative. So we had to make a business decision to cut ties with him, which is not irrational or illogical. But then, on the flip side, then they're going to get targeted like, oh, you didn't stand behind this guy. So it really is, it's going to open up a maelstrom of just drama. But I just think from a team perspective, I think it shouldn't. If you can run out there and catch that damn ball or run that quarterback over, whatever your position is, and you could do it well, who gives a shit?
Well, That's what we say, but we got to see if other people say the same thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, folks, that is our show. Once again, you can catch us on Facebook at Insanity Check, Twitter, give us a shout out, Insanity Check 12, and check out the enhanced version of this show on our YouTube channel, Insanity Check Radio, and keep a lookout for our new and up and coming Google Plus Insanity Check channel. I am Ken. This is Skittles Sauce. This is 8, and we are out of here. See you next week.